So what does this all have to do with well-being? Well, we all have a baseline of well-being, and if you will look at that line on the graph, the blue line, that indicates that baseline of well-being, and the yellow line shows different things that happen throughout the day that cause us stress. So, for example, this line down here that's below the line of well-being, this stuff doesn't really bother you. You can kind of get through that. It's no big deal. But it's these things that come up throughout the day or the week or the month or the year. And those are the things that can really mess with you and cause you a lot of grief and stress. So in a given day, you've got these things that happen, and then you're down here, and there's other things in life that happen, but you can withstand it, no big deal. And then these things are happening throughout the course of the day. So what can we do about that is we can raise the baseline of well-being. So I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But that baseline of well-being is what we're calling SAGE. So when the baseline of well-being is raised, those same things could happen, and now most of it doesn't get us, but just a piece of it will sidetrack us and get us off our well-being and feeling good about life and connected and that kind of thing. So the goal is to increase that baseline of well-being so that eventually nothing really gets you, because you have mastered your baseline. You're keeping that baseline of wellness really high, and then maybe just the really big things that happen set you back, but you can bounce back a lot quicker. So I'm going to walk you through something that's called a PQ rep. And what that means is, like, I know you've heard emotional intelligence, uh, uh, emotional intelligence, EQ, IQ. PQ is positive intelligence quotient. So how we get there is through brief encounters throughout the day where we check in. So people think about it like meditation. It's not meditation, because meditation for a lot of people is difficult. And for those people that it's not difficult for, they have to go to their quiet room and meditate, close the door, make sure the kids are fed, the dog's been walked, so that they can tune into that central place. That's really great and wonderful and necessary. But these 2-minute breaks are throughout your life, where life can be busy. You're in the middle of a meeting or something like that, or you're on your way somewhere, where you tap into the senses and you actually stop thought by tuning into the senses. So with your permission, I'm going to take you through a 2-minute, might be less, PQ rep. Now, obviously, you're watching this on a recording, so make sure that you're in a safe place. Make sure that you are comfortable. And I'm going to ask that you, if you're sitting or if you're standing, if you're sitting, sit with your spine straight and your feet flat on the floor, if that's possible. And if you're standing, to stand really straight. And if you're lounging, to just really get as comfortable and as balanced in your body as you can. And if it's comfortable and safe to do so, I'm going to ask that you close your eyes and that you really drop your shoulders and let your shoulders drop as you're keeping your head straight, maybe tilted from side to side to let out any kinks and difficulties. Maybe roll your shoulders forward, roll your shoulders back. And now take 2 deep breaths, and on the exhale, exhale any stress that you might have been carrying through today. So a really deep breath in, hold it for a second, and then let out that breath and do it again. And now return to your normal breathing. Feel the rising and falling of your chest and stomach as you breathe naturally. And now I'm going to ask you to take your palms and place them on your lap if that's where they fall, or whatever surface your hands are on. Really pay attention and touch what's beneath your fingers, and really feel the texture of the fabric of your desk, of your clothing. Really feel like you've never felt it before. Really explore the thread or the texture. What is it? What's the temperature? What does that feel like? And now I'm going to ask you to bring both your palms together and rub one palm against the other and feel all those sensations of touch. And when you're ready, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and come back to this video. All right. Now, if you were here live, I would ask you how that was, if you felt a shift from to something more relaxed at the end of those PQ and at the end of that PQ rep. So answer that for yourself. You know, did you notice a difference? Did you really feel your shoulders relax? Did you really let go of the stress that you were carrying in your body? So just a review that the simplicity of this, let's call it an operating system, a way of coping with life and improving your mental fitness, is to recognize your feelings and emotions, this stress that might be in your body that you're carrying. It could be in your throat, could be in your chest, it could be in your stomach, in your hands. Noticing those feelings and emotions and recognizing that you're in saboteur mode, and then using PQ reps to quiet the saboteurs and activate the sage, that baseline of well-being. So raising that baseline so that you have more options to look at what's happening with insight and clarity and curiosity, instead of resistance and fighting and trying to control what it is that's happening. So building mental fitness takes time, just like getting to this place in our lives where we cope with difficult situations in kind of the way that we've been coping with difficult situations throughout our lives. So this is an 8-week program to shift that. And in the 8 weeks, the requirement is the PQ reps that I just walked you through. So there would be 4 opportunities through the day to tap into shifting through PQ reps, and also a brief video that is educational on your saboteurs, on what their qualities are, how to recognize them. And then 1 hour a week with a meeting with either individually with me, or 3 to 5 people if you're interested in doing a group. And then if you're doing a group, then I would meet with each individual for 30 minutes during the 8-week course. And then 1 hour a week, every Saturday, is a drop of a video onto the app, onto the Positive Intelligence app. But it's broken up into smaller chunks. So you can listen to 10 minutes, and then while you're driving, listen to another 5 minutes. And it's really informative and really helps you to take a look at yourself and recognize, what's going on, and not be hard on yourself. So the goal of this is not to judge yourself, but to, with clear discernment, understand, oh, this is what trips me up. And it's, even if it's someone else, you're the one that's responding to someone else or the circumstances. So the work is your work, and I can help you through that, which is really my privilege, and something that I hold very dear. So here's a brief look at the app. The app has the daily focus that we talked about, the weekly focus that drops every Saturday. That's the hour focus. And then you can see measurable progress in these areas here, which I like quite a bit. I want to see, I like graphs because I can see changes that are being made and they match with what I'm feeling. So that ends up being very helpful. And then there's a whole community of support that's available to you as well. So the next thing is making friends with life. This is a review of the 8-week focus to use your own life, to understand through understanding the saboteurs and understanding the sage qualities that you have. That would be the focus of this 8-week work with me. In addition, you would get a free book, my book, Lost to Found, where I discuss the hero's journey and its application to, or its connection to grief and loss. And then the 8 weeks includes a coaching program with me and the free saboteur assessment that I mentioned. Also, a positive intelligence book, both in audio and in PDF. And there would be a weekly 1-hour meeting, whether it's individual or with a small group. And then, as I mentioned, a private half-hour session. And also all the content that's on the app that you have for the 8 weeks, but also you have access to that same content for a year with this program. And then the 15-minute commitment to building the neural pathways with the PQ reps. So that's it. Please take a look at this QR code. That's a QR code. If you look at that, you'll see more connections to me, and also a link to my website, to my calendar. So if this interests you, please book a session, a half-hour free coaching session with me. We can decide if we want to work together. And if you have an idea of doing this work and you'd like to bring a buddy or two, that's really a great way to create a small group with people that you know and really love and trust, or people that you're building relationships with. So there's many ways to look at this, and I'm happy to speak to you about that. So for now, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and thank you so much for joining me, and hope that we talk soon, and hope that you have that you find the tools to make peace with your own life. My name is Basia Mosinski, and I'm so happy to have had this opportunity with you. Thank you.